So we're here to talk to Sarah Marie Curry and Sebastian Vitale about The Baker's Wife at Alchemy Theater. This is y'all's not reprising a role, but reprising a relationship on stage at the...
but now she gets to be the mean one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so the interesting thing, and you probably know this, The Baker's Wife never made it to Broadway. It had a very hard beginning, and it closed before it ever got into New York.
Everything was hard for it.
Yeah.
It was a flop.
Yeah. So tell us what this show is about. Is it about a baker?
It is about a baker, and it's about his wife, and not the baker's wife from Into the Woods, which is the number one question I get asked when I tell people.
No way.
Yeah, bless a lot of my friends don't know a lot about musical theater, so they're like, oh, is it like a spinoff from Into the Woods? And I'm like, no, it is not.
Oh my gosh.
It's about older man.
It's about two people that get lost in the woods.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
No,
They're looking for a cow and shoes and some hair.
No, this is France. And the thing is that this baker comes to this town with the company of his wife, and it's kind of weird because I'm the baker, and I am so much older than my wife, and everyone's like freaked out about it, and the relationship.
That never happens in real life, by the way.
I don't know what they were talking about.
What's really interesting is I personally believe that the protagonist is the villagers themselves as a whole entity, because they're the ones that really experience the change. They're the ones that really grow and develop. We just happen to be the catalyst for them, and their only want and desire. They have a whole "I Want" song called "Bread." They just want bread. And so this baker rolls up and makes the most delicious bread in the whole entire ever of France, which must be a big deal. And they need
he's got to close the shop closes, right? At some point, and that's what causes
he stops baking
because Genevieve runs off with a hot young man played by Cameron Labrie, who sings this song called
I don't know who that person is, but I want his name.
Right?
Yes.
He sings a song called Proud Lady, and it's stupid. He sings it, and I'm backstage, and I just want to throw things at him in a loving way.
Underwear specifically, she says.
Yeah.
Right? But speaking of, this does not have anything to do with the show, but you're playing at the Master George Theater, which is about the size of this studio.
Mm-hmm.
And I counted the cast.
It's a lot.
There's 14 or 15 people.
I don't know what it is.
I always thought, I didn't know anything about The Baker's Wife, but I always thought it was a little small musical. It's kind of huge cast.
Yeah, it's got a whole village.
It was
including the audience. The audience is the village.
Could have been puppets.
Yeah.
It could have. But no, the thing is that it's a really big cast for such a small space, but that is the magic that Michael Cooper, the director, does. It just sets it so beautifully, and it all makes sense the way it is, and it's like Sarah Marie said, it's an ensemble show. Everything is about the ensemble. We're just part of it, and it's so beautiful, the changes that they make during the show, that it's inspiring somehow.
Oh, that's amazing. And is this, would you classify this as a musical comedy?
It depends on how you direct it, right? Michael Cooper really wanted to find the realism and turn away towards that typical golden era sort of musical comedy. There's a lot of darker material in this play, a lot of misogyny, a lot of small town themes that gets presented. And when you see them, if you see them in a musical comedy now, our generation would be oh, that's kind of upsetting. If you see it the way he's done it, you're that is upsetting and correct. That is exactly how it is, if that makes any sense at all. Yeah.
And also the response of the audience is so mixed, because they were not expecting that. And some of them rejects that from some people from the cast, which they can't somehow separate them from the reality, and it's so strong.
We have this gentleman, his name is Tom Swift, and he literally plays Santa Claus every year and looks exactly like Santa Claus.
Tom.
Yeah. And he plays a horrible, abusive man in the musical.
Misogynist.
Yes, and I bless him because the audience leaves going like that guy, and I'm like, it's acting, babe.
It's acting. Actually, we were just talking about that recently about so many performers have a difficult time playing a not nice person.
Not me.
I love it. I love it.
I'm sad. I have affairs the whole show.
Exactly. Well, just some of the background of the show I found interesting because it was originally going to be Frank Lesser and A. Burroughs that were going to do it. And it was going to star Bert Lahr, and then originally Topol was supposed to play the baker.
Oh,
speaking of Fiddler on the Roof, we keep going back to Fiddler on the Roof.
It's everything.
I think there's a connection there, but like because of the image of the baker and probably
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyway, Topol was replaced by Paul Sorvino, who did it along with Patti LuPone.
Yup.
But then again, as we talked about, it never made it.
Was this Patti LuPone before Evita or after Evita?
This would have been in 1976. I think that's before Evita.
That's
Okay.
before.
Okay,
Evita.
she was just a baby.
She was just a baby. She was
I read
probably
at
nice back
grad
then.
school.
Yeah, right? I was
Did
about
I say
to
that
say.
out loud?
I don't know. I read her memoir. She's always kind of spicy.
To be fair, yeah, they tried to cut Meadowlark, which, if you know it, is like a 9-minute song, and she was like, no.
No. Well, and Meadowlark is the one song that it's been recorded by a zillion people,
Sure.
and it's known.
It's
I think it's the only song that people recognize. from
Get
this
up
show.
right next to that microphone,
sorry.
or we can't hear you.
Oh my God! I've been talking and no one is.
No,
okay.
you were just exceedingly far away.
It's the
that
same like
time.
One Night in Bangkok from Chess, which is the only. So even though Chess is gorgeous and has tons of beautiful music in it,
But that's the only song people recognize from this show.
Sure.
Only one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then it's like so like you can have fun and then you get really sad, not just because of this song, but the entire music is amazing.
So y'all have already been playing for a few weeks. Yes.
Yep.
How are houses?
full.
Yeah, as it usually is in that theater.
I mean,
It's a theater for 40 people, just 40 people, really intimate. But we are sold out almost for the entire season.
The entire run.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that's gonna be June the 11th, and
Yeah.
so we're really happy. And
Oh,
we
June the
wanted to-
11th?
June the 11th. June. Yeah, that's the.
That's true. I'm
Yeah.
going to confirm that.
No, yeah.
it's so fun and interesting too, because I know Sebastian's played like amphitheaters in Argentina, right? And I've played like Zach Theater down to like
Not familiar with that one.
I've never heard of them. They seem nice, but you know that you're in a huge proscenium arch where the audience is very far away. And this, I'm making out with a boy, and there's an audience member that's literally 2 feet away, being like, "Oh, whoa."
Yeah.
You've also played ground floor theater with that intimate space.
I have, but it's
But
not.
it's bigger. It's a lot bigger.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot
It
bigger.
is.
Yes.
Like when we did Fun Home, it was in a thrust staging.
It was 3/4 round, and you were right next to people.
Yeah, but they could still kind of float away.
They could.
Versus this one, I'm sitting on a bed and I'm looking to where I think I see a cat, and I'm literally like looking at the necklace of a woman who's like turning away and trying to be polite.
So musicals are oftentimes, when we see musicals, we love the music, we don't like the book. We love the book, we don't like the music. What do y'all love about this show?
The music.
I love the music and
Oh, we didn't
the
mention it's
story.
Stephen Schwartz.
It's Stephen Schwartz.
See,
Yes.
that's the thing. When you get to sing Stephen Schwartz, you sing Stephen Schwartz. You know.
But it's also about the perspective of the director, and it was written in a way for musicals that it had a happy ending. And then we don't know if we have a happy ending. We don't want to tell. Like, it's more of an open ending.
Sure.
And so it makes more sense. It makes it more real somehow. And so that's really interesting. It's not just about the story, but also the perspective of the director that you have to follow and you have to trust. And we do. And we love what we've done.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. Now, I know that y'all are pretty much sold out, but where do folks go to get information if they want to try to get on a wait list or something?
alchemytheater.org.
Awesome. And you play through the 11th of June.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm so happy to have y'all on this show.
We love you.
Well, we love you more.
We love you, Matrix.
Let's
I
do
love
something
you all,
together
too.
in ground floor theater.
Yeah, let's
next
do it.
time.
Love that idea.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
happen to know the people that run it. It's true.
Do they like chocolates or
They like everything. There's nothing they don't like. That was Sarah Marie Curry and Sebastian Vitale.
Thank you for having us.
You are welcome. Of Alchemy's Theater's The Baker Wife, playing now through the 11th For more information, to find out if you can get on a wait list, you may visit thealchemytheater.org. And this song is from this show. It's called Merci, Madame. We will be right back.
Come take a little look at our bakery, a little look at our house. Other men might look at that sight and only see a house, but I can see something better than the emperor's place in Rome. Ask me what?
All right, what?
I can see a